Good afternoon, my beautiful Teletubby diamonds. SheilaTruelove here with you on this wonderful Saturday. I am enjoying my Saturday. It's raining and it's nice and quiet. I think I'm going to have movie night with two of my neighbors today. It's going to be hamburger night and movies. And we live in the same vicinity, so it's just so easy for us. Uh, I think we're going to do hamburgers today. Just order them in and have us be served, and we watch movies together. And that's the beauty of having a sisterhood, and I love it. I love anything that's easy and it's local. But I want to talk right now to how we have this man here, how he admits, well, he faked his own death, first of all, but here he admits that he wanted to hurt his wife. Instead of trying to work on his marriage and trying to make it better, no, he wanted to hurt his wife. He's now living with a woman, even though he's still married. He's married, but living with another woman, and he don't see anything really wrong with that. This is why I constantly promote women to stay single. Lord knows it's so much easier. Like my Saturday morning, Saturday today, I get up, my house is so peaceful. I have my fur baby. Whenever I want company, I can have company. Whenever I don't want to be bothered, I don't have to be bothered. I do what I want, when I want, how I want. And it's just so much easier. You don't have to walk around trying to help and be pleasing to some. It's just so great. Let me share this with you. Listen in, my darlings.
I turned my back on her and tried to hurt her.
Wait, wait.
So you faked your death?
Yes, and I lied about the police report, and I've since called the district attorney's office and asked the charges be dropped.
Is there a JF, or is that just your screen name?
No, I don't have a screen name. There was somebody, there was a guy that actually sent these things. I didn't want it to be traced to anything to do with me.
You told him what to write?
No, I didn't. Yes, sir. And I wanted to hurt her. Instead of working with her to try to save our marriage and do things that we had agreed that we would do, I turned my back on her and tried to hurt her.
While we're still married, you're living with a woman at the beach. On top of it, it's not bad enough that I have to deal with all this other crap that you've fabricated and lied about. Now, on top of the emotional devastation, I have to deal with the fact that you're living with another woman while we're still married.
Deborah,
where does it stop with you, Todd? Where does it stop? Where does it end with you?
I'm renting a room. She's an older lady.
Yeah,
we're not a boyfriend,
Oh,
girlfriend.
yeah, I'm supposed to believe this because why?
So you faked.
Exactly. She's supposed to believe him. Oh, I'm renting a room. She's an older lady. He act like cougars don't exist. Do you know how many older women have no problem laying up and being sexual with men who are younger than them? Cougars do exist, sweetheart. You want to rent a room somewhere? Go to a rooming house or whatever. Get yourself a motel room or whatever. If you still want to try to work through some kind of marriage, I tell you, marriage is just too, I don't believe in it anymore because, like I said in one of my previous videos, there are no consequences, none whatsoever. When you cheat, commit adultery, domestic violence, treat you use, manipulate, abuse your partner, there are no consequences. And we know that men only understand consequences. They don't understand you trying to reason with them. Let's be practical about this. Let's try to, you know, compromise. Let's try to meet each other halfway. Let's go into therapy and work through this. Not around it, but let's work through it. That don't work with these characters. You know? And I find it so hard to, even though I'm an empath, let's start that goes without saying. I am an empath, but I find it very hard to have compassion and feel any kind of empathy for these women because these women keep signing up for this. They know what comes along with being with a man of today. They know. And yet they keep signing up for it when all they have to do is very simple. Just leave these men alone. It's that simple, baby. The same energy women put and pour into trying to find a man pecking around like a chicken, that's the same energy they could put into trying to find their soulmate roommate. And I'm not talking homosexuality or anything like that because I'm a Christian and I think you already know how I feel about that. You know, homosexuality and being gay is two different things. That's another video, or I already have a video about that. But anyway, they could put that energy into finding a roommate. That way, you still have your independence. You don't have no ball and chain. You still have someone to share your life with. You still have company and companionship. You have someone who they do their own cooking. They clean up behind themselves. Hopefully you find one who pay their rent on time. They pay their portion of the bills on time. It's just too perfect. And I always use the example of the Delaney sisters because they lived a long, happy life, not just a long, dreary. They lived a long, happy life. Wouldn't you say that living to the age of 104 and 109, that's long? And then they had friends, they had family because they had a family of 10. There was like 10 people. They had a large family. They had friendships. They had their community. They had their freedom. No ball and chain, no drama, no chaos, no being manipulated, no pain, misery, and suffering unnecessarily. And then you look at these women who they say, oh, I got a good man. My man is not like that. Honey, I assure you that anytime there's any kind of peace in that house, she's doing everything his way 99% of the time. Every now and again, better yet, he throws her a crumb. That's that 1%. See? She's giving him the whole loaf of bread. He's taking out one slice. He don't even give her a slice. He takes some of the crust and throw it at her. He'll give her some crust, pieces, bits and pieces of kindness. And because she has been deprived for so long, when he gives her those little crumbs, she feels so grateful. She feels so, see, I got a good man. He's giving her crumbs, baby. And it's pitiful. And women don't have to put up with that. Like I said, it's very simple. Get yourself a roommate. If you like to date or whatever the hell, go out on dates like the Golden Girls. You see how they live. I don't know if you're familiar with that show, but check out that show. Totally loving that lifestyle. I want the lifestyle of the Delaney sisters. That's what I want. And I had my roommate, but she got married. You know, she was African and, you know, she got married. She already had her whatever, you know, but I want someone who is an eagle like me. See, an eagle is someone who is single by choice and they want to stay that way. They're happy. I already told you the chicken is still pecking around looking to be abused, looking for drama, looking for chaos. She wants a ball and a chain. She chooses incarceration, jail time, instead of freedom. That's crazy. And then you got the pigeons. See, the chicken, she wants to be a pigeon. They feel that marriage is a flex. They feel that they don't have any value or worth unless they're married, unless a man tells them that you have value and you have worth. See, the pigeon thinks that marriage is an achievement and an accomplishment. And you have these women who say, well, I got a good marriage, blah, blah, blah. And let me use the illustration of this Monique woman. She's married to a man. She says she got a great marriage. But guess what? It's an open marriage. And you have these other marriages that these women say, well, my marriage is great. We got a good understanding. Yeah, but let's look into your marriage for real, for real. These are women who they go to these little parties and they do the swapping. She looks the other way while he's cheating, but he provides or whatever. She'll say that I got a good man, whatever, child. But anyway, marriage is so much easier. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 say if you get married, you'll do okay. But if you stay single, you'll do better. Now, if I have the choice to make between being okay or doing better, I'm always going to choose better. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.